Hey everyone, Meteorologist Alex Williams here with you and the Weather Impact Alert Center. Pop that off there. And we are still dealing with our Weather Impact Alert day through 7 o'clock tonight for those strong winds that we will continue to see as we go through the evening hours. So keep that in mind. We do have a text line for you to pop in on here, so I will pop that up for you. That is 336-379. 5775 336 379 5775. You can text your pictures and you can text your videos to us. We'd love to be able to share them. And you can also ask questions there. If you have any questions at any time on anything, you can let us know and we'll go ahead and get back to you. If we don't get to you live on here, we can message you back later as well. But that's what we're kind of dealing with here as well. So again, weather impact alert day, what is it for? It's for the high winds and for the cold, mainly for the high winds. We've seen some extremely strong high winds here. We're talking gusts into the 50-mile-an-hour range for parts of the Triad, especially Alamance County. So yes, those wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour were possible earlier on. I think now probably around 30 miles an hour is what we're seeing. We'll double check here in just a moment. So what could that cause? Obviously gusts into the 40s, 50s. That could blow your power lines around. It could blow trees over into your power lines, take out your power. So we're talking isolated power outages. We've seen about 1,500 or so, mainly in Winston-Salem. And that's kind of where we've seen some of those trees come down. Highs are also very cold, and we're not warming up into the day tomorrow. Looking at some of the latest data, it's just not going to be a warm day tomorrow. Thankfully, the wind won't be there. So it'll feel warmer, but it'll be around the same temperature. So yeah, it really does make a big difference. We are now starting to see those high wind advisories dropped. I know they just dropped it for Davie County. However, for the Triad, that continues through 7 o'clock this evening. Again, wind gusts could be up to 50 miles an hour. I think that time period has probably expired. I think it's closer to 30, maybe 40 mile an hour range as we go through the next couple of hours. As we start to stabilize the atmosphere tonight and as the low starts to pull off to sea, that's when we start to see those wind gusts die down. They have been impressive. We've seen wind gusts into the mid to upper 40s, even the 50 mile an hour range across the Triad this afternoon, 51 in Alamance County. That is no joke. That's some very strong winds. And again, that could do some damage to trees. That could push trees into power lines as well. You also could feel it on the roadways as you're driving out and about. So just be careful, especially if you have a high profile vehicle. That's where you'll really start to feel it. SUV, a truck, such like that. Upper 30s to lower 40s for some of the rest of us, but still in the upper 30 range, even into, say, Davidson County, into Asheboro and Randolph County there. So we're definitely seeing some strong winds across the area. They have come down into the probably 20, 25 mile an hour range, 30 mile an hour range. I would not be surprised if they expired the wind advisory early, but I would also not be surprised if they just kept it and let it expire at 7 o'clock. The truth in the matter is the wind gusts are starting to come down, even into the mountains in the mid 40s to upper 40s there. And where they're a little bit above the friction layer, so they get a little bit stronger winds as you go aloft with the strong jet stream over us at the moment. So those wind gusts will continue to die down as we go through the evening hours, especially towards the late evening. We could still see maybe gusts up about 20 miles an hour through parts of the evening. But eventually, as that low pulls away and we stabilize the atmosphere, those winds are really going to calm down in a major way as we go through your Saturday evening. So tonight and then into your Sunday, really not looking at that serious of a wind gust there. You can see that's 11 o'clock. If we take that, let me just do that real quick. Give me just a moment, fix this. And I'm going to push this out a little bit further. We're just going to do current time. And I'm going to set this to go out for 2 days so we can see kind of what we're dealing with here. So you watch the winds die off. See, I mean, look at that. That's very, very fast. But I mean, we're still talking gusts potentially to the 15, 20 mile an hour range, and that of course means it's gonna be cold tonight. We're gonna see temperatures into the teens, middle teens for a lot of us, and so that's gonna knock those wind chills down in probably single-digit territory. So be careful of that. Now, as we go through our Sunday, notice how the winds drop off dramatically. Well, one, high pressure is right over us, And so when you have high pressure right on top of you, you typically have no wind because of the sinking air. And that sinking motion is kind of the opposite of the rising motion that kind of gets those winds going. So when you're in the middle of a high pressure, you typically have very, very calm winds. But we will see those winds calm down, and that is the good news. It's also extremely dry. The air mass that's coming in is not only cold, it's also dry. Look at the dew point of -3. If your skin's not screaming for moisture from that, then you are a blessed individual. You definitely need to put on the hand lotion and things like that when you go outside, especially if you have sensitive skin. 34 right now at Winston-Salem, north-northwest wind at 17 makes it feel more like 23. Pressure, of course, rising. No surprise there. We've got high pressure building in. What does it feel like when the wind blows? How about the mid to lower 20s? Yeah, very cold, and it feels like single digits into the mountains, even colder. So if you're heading up there, maybe doing some skiing, some snowboarding, or just some sightseeing, make sure you're prepared for the cold. It's going to be cold. There's your forecast highs tomorrow. Not very warm at all. Thankfully, we do get rid of the wind, so we're talking temperatures in the mid-30s for those forecast highs tomorrow. But that's it. I mean, it's going to be a chilly day tomorrow. Lots of cloud cover around as well. It'll be a bitterly cold start to the morning. And the other thing we have on the table is a chance for some snow. Snow flurries, snowflakes flying around, all possible as we go into the lunch hour tomorrow. So don't be surprised if you see a little quick burst of snow, although that's the latest run, and that really has just destroyed the snow chances. And I think actually you can see it there. Pop up very briefly, just a few blips here just kind of moving through. So you might see a few flurries. I might see a few snowflakes blowing through the air. Depends on your situation, how strong this lift is, how well the models are modeling that lift. It's dry, so it's going to be very hard to get all of that to ground. So that's all I'm going to say there with that chance. So don't look for massive impacts when it comes to snow. I still think some of the melting impacts, there could be some snowy back roads still in some areas. So the Weather Prediction Center still has us in that wintry weather regime, so to speak, in just little spots you can see here and there. And that might just be where the snow's not melting off that well, or they're expecting maybe a little more intense band to set up. But that's what we've got as far as impacts. Not great at all. So we're really not looking at what the good news is. Look at this. Tomorrow, not so nice, right? I mean, we're talking 16 tonight, 33 tomorrow. Into, I think, the upper teens probably Monday morning is what it's looking like now. 42 degrees. Look at Tuesday, 60s. Just focus on the 60s. Just forget about what's going on right now. Or bear what's going on right now and just think, oh, it's going to be 60 on Tuesday. All right, so there we go. That's the good news. That is the good news in this, is that we're going to see those temperatures kind of warm up as we go into our Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe a little bit of a rain chance in there. Again, the main cause of all of this right now is stuck in the middle, right? Stuck in the middle of the high and the low, and we have a strong high and a strong area of low pressure. As that low pulls away, the wind dies down, high pressure builds in. That's going to make us cold, but it's also going to kill the breeze. And then, hey, look at that. Warm up. Warmer weather on the way as we go through the middle of the week, especially Tuesday and into Wednesday. Let me check chat real quick and see if we got anybody asking any questions. Doesn't look like it. Again, that's 336-379-5775 if you do happen to have any questions. So we are looking at warmer weather as we go here through. There's the upper air that I was looking for earlier. Let me show you this, and we'll leave you with this. So, wow, that needs to be updated. Let me go and pull this in. We got about a minute here. Let's see if I can do this quickly. And what we'll do here is we'll push this out for. Let's just go custom 5 days. Current time. Okay, so here we go. Real quickly. So that's the colder air over us. Do you see the ridging? What looks like a mountaintop in the middle of the country? That's the warmer air that's headed for us as we go into our Tuesday and Wednesday. We might see a slight chance of some rain as we go into are Tuesday and Wednesday as well. We'll talk about that at 6, but we'll see you here in another hour for an update.